Hello, you lovely people, and welcome to probably what you weren't expecting. I'm not in Portugal at the moment, and I won't be going out until next month. But what I thought I would do is go through all the costs for making this build happen. So let's go. Let's get into it. And the first thing, of course, we had to buy was land. And the land cost us €91,000. Then we had to pay the stamp duty. In Portugal it's IMT, and that was €5,450. The notary was €345, incidentally, in cash. And the legal fees from our solicitor were €1,925. That brings the total land purchase to €98,730. Let's move on to architecture. Now, the architect charged us €19,450. On top of that, we had to pay the planning fees. The first time the architect put the planning in, it was rejected. So, what do you know? We had to pay for the replanning fees, and they'd gone up. So that was €410. The building license, which was not actually the building license, but was saying we wanted a building license and lodging the fact that we were going to have a building license, which was €58. So bringing the total of the architecture to €20,298. Let's move on to building. So the main build cost was not the license, which was the first thing we had to do, but the building contract, and that was with the Medio Construction, and that was €485,213. We had to have a license extension because it took more than a year to build. People that have watched the videos know it took 2 years to build. The connection of water and electricity lumped together cost us €9,200. The water came from the road, and we had to dig up the road. The electricity came from the other side of the road on a pylon, and they had to dig up all across the road. That total thing is what I've just told you. So once we had electricity on site, then we had to have an account with an electrical company, and then that came to a total of €731, and of course we had to pay for the water as well, and that came to €736. So the total of the build cost was €496,259. Now, there were things that the builder didn't pay for that we paid for, and so I just called those the rest. So there was the ventilation system at €11,227, and just as an aside, the architect told me that we shouldn't fit ventilation. He said it's a waste of money, it will make your house very damp, and it will cost you $30,000. Well, I bought one of the best ventilation systems, a Swiss one, that is 97% efficient, and very, very good, and that was €11,227. I had a solar system put on, that was 10,900, and then the battery, which is an 11 kilowatt battery, was 5,600. The hot water tank, 270 litre water tank with a heat pump in the top, that I can connect to with my phone. Very cheap to heat, and that was 2,800. The car charger was 1,350 euros, and the aircon came to 4,934, which I thought was not bad. So there's also all the little things that we didn't mention and would have taken me another half an hour to tell you about, and that all lumped together came to about 24,000. So in fact 24,059 euros. So if we put all this together, that comes to 60,830. Well, we're getting to the end now, and but there are still one or two things that we have to pay for. So the habitation certificate we haven't paid for yet, but that is an independent engineer who will look at the plans and say, has the house been built to the standard and quality that it identifies in the plans, which I think is, you know, well worth a couple of thousand paying for, and it gives us a certificate from the council saying this house is habitable and is very important if we ever want to sell it. So now let's do the rest. So this is the total purchase cost, which was 98,730. The total architecture, which was 20,298, and the total build costs are 496,259, and the rest, which was 60,830. This brings us to a total, drum roll, 678,890 euros. A whole lot more than we ever thought we would have to pay out, and is eye-watering when I look at it. But we do have a lovely house, and since we built our house, prices have gone up, and since we built our house, people are more interested in buying houses that are energy efficient. And talking to a friend of mine who lives there, they said that our house would be somewhere between 900,000 and €1 million if we wanted to sell it now. Now, we don't want to sell it. It's been hard work to get us this far. We've still got a little way to go before we get it completely finished, but it's just turned into a beautiful house. We love going there, and thank you for watching if you have. So please like and subscribe, because that really helps the channel, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.